Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is Miata and this is Sony Decor. I have a new video for you guys and I'm new to the YouTube, so I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna be introducing my videos. So when I figure it out, the intros will be more consistent. But right now I am on my love child, my baby, and I'll show you in a second. My very first project. I'm not selling this one because too big, can't ship it. I would be terrified to see what the shipping costs for something this size. So let's get into it. Here it goes. Hi guys, so I'm working on my next project. So I forgot to take pictures, the 4 pictures of the last project that I was working on. So got some pictures in so we can do a good before and after shot. I got these bar stools from Goodwill. They turn and they're in pretty good condition, so that was a steal. We're gonna use some acrylic paint, and it's actually matte, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna be putting epoxy on it again. I'm gonna try some design that came to mind. This part is so embarrassing. I literally felt like I said very good explanation of what I was about to do. Then it turns out I had something in my nose. I don't know what it was. It wasn't a booger. I don't know what it was. But so embarrassing, and you guys didn't even tell me. So that was annoying. So I pretty much cut out the most horrid parts and left in a little bit of it just because I'm like, I don't really want to do voiceovers. So I'm almost at 8:30, so I'm probably just gonna get the legs of this one painted. I'm doing 2 different designs on the chairs, so I'm hoping that I get better at this so that I can catch myself when I'm doing something embarrassing. I'm not gonna worry about the other one for another week or so, but let's get to it though. I'm taping the legs up here because I intended to do alternating colors, black and white, but I scrapped that idea later. We don't have to color tonight. I'm tired, we're gonna let it dry. Hey Alexa, off. Alright, we gonna color tonight. I'm gonna do another coat, probably in the morning, but here's a little final look before it dries. Alright, this is what we got going on so far. It's a lot of gaps and some things that we'll get that right now actually. The other 2 legs are going to be white and a couple other things planned, so I'm just hoping everything comes out right. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Yesterday it rained after work, so I didn't get a chance to work on the chair, but I'm gonna be, let me show you. I'm gonna be painting this black as well. I'll just do that today and I'll be done. It's a bit tough to get in between. Then I'm gonna go ahead and outline the shapes, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the gold paint, and then I'm gonna put these thin, they're called art tape, and you can get them from Hobby Lobby, and I'm sure you can get them from Amazon. I know I said no voice recording, but this will be quick. I didn't actually articulate my design idea because I didn't know it. So I was pretty much just going with what I was feeling. Each moment I changed my mind, so it was kind of hard to just say what I was doing. Cover the ink lines as much as possible. Really wish I would have had a pencil because it might be a lot easier, but I'm gonna end up doing a few more coats of this gold. I'm hoping that it dries fast. I can get the lines taped up. And I know it looks not smooth. I'm debating if I want some texture or if I'm gonna smooth out the lines. We'll see. The paint is dry. I'm gonna go ahead and do another coat on some of the lines. You can still see the pen mark, and then I'm gonna tape it up. Here we are, day 3. I went ahead and painted these black, matte black. So I'm still gonna keep this white, and it's gonna be a matte white, but I decided that these need to stay white and these don't need to be white because that was just a little bit too much white for my liking. And then I went ahead and taped down the lines on the geometric shapes. Initially I had red tape, but it wasn't as secure as I like, so I found this tape and I didn't even know I had it, and it's a lot stickier and stronger. So I'm hoping that the red tape, and you can even see the red tape coming through here. But yeah, don't mind my fingers, I have a lot of paint on it. And then I went ahead and just covered this with painter's tape, and then I covered this so that when it stops raining finally tomorrow, we'll be good to go. I need to bring this up a little bit more. It doesn't have to be perfect right now because I'll make sure that this is matte black here, and then I want to line this with gold if it's not too much trouble for me. Here we have it. I can get back to things today. So I'm using my 3-in-1 tool. Like, it just does everything, and it's a 3-in-1, I mean 6-in-1 tool, and you can get it on Amazon. It's not even expensive, but it definitely does a lot of different things. I'm just hoping that these lines, the paint doesn't go under this tape, because that red tape, it's called art tape, and I've already showed you guys that. It's supposed to be for paint and art, but it wasn't sticking down. Maybe it's better on a canvas. Let's just get on with the board though. I'm gonna use this black back to cover the legs, kind of like be like pants. Tape this with painter's tape too. Completely slipped my mind. Oh well, I'm gonna have to go back and clean up this square because I actually just want this square to be marble, and I probably should just clean it up now and put the tape on it, right? And clean up these. Everything else is gonna be black. This one's doing amazingly, staying in its lane. This one's also staying in its lane. I'm worried about the lines. I don't think my lines are gonna survive. This is frustrating already. But we'll go back and do damage control. Let me try cleaning. We'll go back and put little drops of gold, I think. I really like how this one's looking. Should have taped down the area with blue tape too, but I wasn't thinking about that for some reason. I don't know if my lines are gonna pull through, but I'm hoping that I have the agility. My hand do be shaking. So just recreate those lines. Hi guys, it's another day. Marble has set. I'm okay with how it came out. I'm gonna do epoxy finish. I don't know if I did say that, but this seat is gonna be epoxy, and then I think I'm just gonna leave this area. Once I paint it, I'm gonna leave it matte. And I'm gonna leave the legs matte for sure. And just do the legs last because they get messed up in the process. Gray that was underneath that splash from the marble, I'm seeing that come through in certain areas. So I'm definitely gonna have to make sure I coat this at least 3 or 4 times which was always my plan, but I just have to be especially cautious around those areas. Do the front of this black, and I'm gonna do the very back black, but bars are gonna be black also. This is the next day. I've done 3 coats of the black at this point, so it's all dry and it is matte, but epoxy will bring that up. It's not gonna be matte after I coat it. So I'm gonna tear off the lines, get paint ready so that I can reinforce this line. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some cleanup, get some of these lines a little bit more straight with the black. Right, it's almost time to pour that epoxy resin in there. This is the brush I'm gonna be using, and I went ahead and taped around the perimeter because I am gonna do it quite high this time. But of course, this is just the top coat. To sand the first coat down. Here goes my sanding mistake. So I'm not a sander. I don't know who is a sander. If that's an occupation, I don't know what I'm doing. You I'm not very good at sanding yet. Been watching a lot of YouTube and I'm still not good at it, so trial and error. But I used the wrong grit. I used the 40 grit, which is way too coarse for the epoxy. It's way too coarse. I think 80 should be the lowest grit, the most coarse grit. I'm not an expert, like I said, but take my advice. Not as shiny as before, and there's a blemish there all over here, so I do not like what is done here. I'm not an expert at sanding and all that, so it's kind of frustrating because I definitely messed up big there and it cost me a lot of days. I cut out so many mistakes that I made. All right, so it is dry. I'm gonna sand it and I'm gonna clean up the edges, especially back here. Clean that up, and then I'm gonna paint this just white. Yeah. So pretty good with a few exceptions. I'm gonna polish it and see if I should sand it. Sand certain areas. I don't want to make the same mistake I did. Don't tell anybody, but it took me like 2 weeks because I was literally having a mental break. I got my heat gun ready, so let's get things going. I'm gonna start from the middle so that I don't have to use the silicone brush as much, but I don't like those streaks that move behind. So this way it just levels itself. I took my pictures, which you'll see at the end. I came back. There was the tape, the white tape that I mentioned, the white tape that I used on top of the red tape, this tape here. It's the devil in disguise because it looked great and it seemed like it was helping me. It was firm and it was reinforcing the art tape. But guess what, hunty? That thing was stuck to the chair. When I say it was stuck, it was not going away. I had to scrape it with a Brillo pad. By the time I scraped it with the Brillo pad, the epoxy was done for, so I had to do another level. And then, like, I don't know who was playing tricks on me. Like, everything I did, each time I applied epoxy, there was another mistake. There would be paint chipping, there would have been like a dent in it, or there would be a bubble that didn't properly get blown away by the heat gun. And I'm really sorry that I wasn't able to extract the video of a close-up of me pouring the epoxy and also me using the heat gun to eliminate the bubbles, but for some reason it just will not download properly. So this zoomed out version is the best I could do. In all my future videos, I'll probably figure out better ways to record so that the files aren't so big. I don't know, I just need to learn. Anywho, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel and hit like, and definitely share this video if anyone made a lot of mistakes that could be easily avoided for you. I will link my Etsy page in the description below, as well as all the products that I used for this project. See you next time.